In a courtyard at Princeton University stood John Witherspoon, green and shit-covered and smug, resting a book on the back of a hawk, or in the process of squashing a hawk with a book. He was standing on a stack of other books. Hume, Locke, it is symbolic. A great metaphor. Or Witherspoon was too short to reach his hawk-squashing pulpit. Soon he will be given some company. There was a figure across the courtyard on a flatbed truck waiting under an orange tarp. Orange Princeton police tape marked off the area, "Do not enter." A crowd had gathered. Those who wanted to see were themselves standing on stacks of library books, craning their necks to see over the heads of their peers. But there was nothing to see, not yet. At the corner of Nassau and Witherspoon stood a man who was unmistakably a professor. He was an old man with white, wiry eyebrows, hands on his hips, staring across the intersection. The signs had walked, but he was not walking. He lifted the glasses that hung from his neck, and looked through them, then over them, then took them off again, still staring across the street. Face scrunched like he'd spotted an old enemy in the tiny white figure illuminated on the electronic box. When the tiny figure faded and turned into a countdown from 10 to 1, the professor took a cautious step into the street. Then, when the countdown turned into a solid red hand, he proceeded across Witherspoon. Horns were honking. He hopped back onto the sidewalk, and not knowing what else to do, he stared at his pocket watch. The professor was Dr. Everett Barnes, nostalgia theorist, author of the newly popular book, The Good Old Days Never Happened. He was being followed by a documentary camera crew, made up of people who did not help him cross the street. Their approach was non-interactive, like nature shows. If Barnes were hit by a bus crossing Nassau Street, the documentary would end with a shot of his flattened corpse. If Barnes bent over to drink from a water fountain and a lion attacked him, the camera crew would not intervene. They followed him into the pancake house, where there would be close-ups of chocolate chip pancakes. This is what a nostalgia theorist eats. Dr. Barnes was known for his theories about nostalgia's grip on our lives. The pancake house was known for its pancakes and its longevity, for its sign that depicted a smiling tiger walking out of the restaurant, and its slogan, "The way things used to taste." On the wall above Dr. Barnes' table, there was a personified pat of butter. In the restroom, a framed page from a long novel about lawyers. The following morning, we were still in Princeton. We ate breakfast at PJ's Pancake House. The food was good, but I wasn't hungry. This brief mention in a lawyer novel appears to be the Pancake House's proudest moment, displayed there over the urinal. At PJ's Pancake House, we were welcome to write on the tables and walls, to overlay messages from those who have come before us. Daniel Dawson, 73. Tony Sciacca, 47. Carved into the tables and inked onto the wallpaper. We made pigs of ourselves here, Pete, Micah, and Grandpa Roy. Scratched into a painting of a pig in a baker's hat. It was reunions, and PJ's was packed. Alumni flooded in wearing orange scarves and mittens, arms around new offspring in orange onesies, remembering, we have been here before.